So after using macOS for over 6 months now for the first time ever, I've realized major differences between macOS and Windows. I've been a lifetime Windows user. I did realize that macOS can be a lot more productive than Windows and a lot more ideal, especially for designers. So since this video is gonna be complex and talking about operating system is definitely not easy, what I will do is make different types of videos. So today we're gonna focus on top 5 reasons, and we're gonna divide this into two general reasons, but then 3 specific things I absolutely love that improve my productivity considerably. So we'll start with reason number 1, macOS is better than Windows OS, and that's general optimization and organization. Yes, and speed of the OS. Look, no matter what you do or what you say, I'll be direct with you and tell you that macOS is generally a lot better optimized than Windows OS. Animations are way smoother, less crashes, and a lot more fluid experience. It feels like a lot more work has been done. In addition, the OS is just clean and simple and doesn't feel like a mess like Windows does sometimes. On top of that, it's way more organized than in Windows with simple yet complex things, like not having 2 apps for settings like Windows does, with different designs. If an app crashes, all things work perfectly fine and the whole operating system doesn't crumble down like Windows does sometimes. And then we have RAM management. And RAM management is on point, at least on my M1 macOS, and generally performs a lot better with less RAM compared to Windows OS. Especially native apps run blazing fast on their own operating system like Final Cut Pro or Apple Motion or Safari. They just work very nicely. And then we have reason number 2 macOS is better than Windows OS, and that's the design. So the second general advantage of macOS over Windows is the design. macOS is a lot better designed, taking into account design and user experience. On top of the animations, things are generally nicely laid out, simply, clean, and direct. Additionally, we always have the same settings at the same place on every single app, on the top menu. This way you don't have to fiddle around and the user experience is just better thought out. No matter where you are, that top menu with the settings will be there in every single app. More things are that the design is a lot more uniform. You don't see random old icons and styles like you do on Windows. All icons mix well together. Round corners are present everywhere, and subtle design details add on the whole experience. And how wallpapers and the general OS look and integrate together is just awesome. Design-wise, it's still a lot better than Windows 11, even though Windows 11 looks quite nice. But as a designer, I still have to give the edge to macOS. Reason number 3, and that's the Apple preview. Now, I cannot stress this enough. The preview on macOS is life-changing. I am not exaggerating. Literally, I am not exaggerating. It opens up any type of file in milliseconds. I mean, opening up PDFs, large PDFs, files, documents, musics, videos, and even Photoshop and Illustrator files, and weird, unheard type of documents. It previews like a champ by just hitting the space button. Imagine a designer like me trying to open and search for a specific Photoshop or Illustrator file. Instead of opening up the software every single time and then open up each and every file to see what's inside, I can just preview them by just clicking on the space button. So imagine the amount of time I can save by just doing and having that option. This honestly made a huge difference, at least in my workflow. And now we'll get to the 4th reason, and that's screen capture. Screen capture? Yes, screen capture. It seems like as if Windows can't screen capture or screen record. It can, but it's nowhere near as intuitive like on macOS. Like I push the shortcut button, choose where I want to screen capture or screen record, and then it stays at the bottom of the OS, knowing that I will drag and drop in an app, message, or anywhere. I mean, if you take a screenshot, it's probably because you will send it to a friend, to someone, to show it to them. If it jumps right to the bottom, waiting for you to drag it and drop it somewhere specific is just absolutely marvelous. For me as a designer working from home, I do contact with my team constantly, and I have to show updates and get different types of feedbacks with different designers, and having able to screen capture that easily is just great. On top of that, the screen capture, if you drag and drop it to somewhere, it doesn't get saved. This way you don't mess up your storage with weird screenshots that you actually don't need in the future. Now the fifth reason macOS is better than Windows is Finder and searching stuff in general. Now you're like, come on Harag, we have search on Windows, but you are a Windows user and I know that you hate the search feature on Windows 10, Windows 11, or whatever you're trying to search for something. Now Finder is a lot more advanced and cleaner than Windows Explorer. Now on macOS you have tabs, just like on Chrome. You can open up different tabs with different folders. That means you don't have to have like 4 or 5 windows for different types of folders. Everything is inside a single tab, inside a single window. You can also organize that sidebar in a cleaner and simpler manner. Additionally, it never ever crashes down and it just works flawlessly. On top of that, Windows takes ages and ages to search for a simple keyword. Here, it does it within seconds and it actually finds you and the stuff you need, as well as organize them in a clean and nice manner between folders, compressed files, mails, your search history, and so on. Even your attachments, come on, and sometimes can save you a lot of time. And then we get to the final and the sixth Now we get to last and sixth reason I think Windows, macOS does better than Windows, and that's the taskbar. Now I know taskbar can be very annoying and it does have its problems. Even Mac users know that, but there's one thing that I love about the taskbar, and that's being able to open up apps and close them without actually closing them. I mean, if you are a Mac user, you know when you close an app, it doesn't actually close the app. Now that might be confusing and weird for most Windows users, but it actually can be helpful. It can be a problem in some cases though, but in my case, when I finish doing something on Photoshop, for example, or in Illustrator, I close Photoshop or Illustrator and I want it out of the way. But when I close it and I suddenly need it for an urgent matter, even though I have closed it, it's actually half open and still there. You actually close the app with right clicking and hitting the close button every single time. At the beginning, I hated this concept, but the more I use and the more I realize it actually makes sense, and it has saved me countless of times not wanting to open and close heavy apps while still staying organized. I mean, on Windows, if you open up something, it takes ages, and if you close it, it's gone. So on Mac, even if you close the application, it's still there, and the good thing is whenever I have to edit something, it just opens up within seconds and it saves me a lot of time. Now I have Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign always open, closed. So when I close it, it's still open, and when I need it, it's just there. So that's top 6 reason I think macOS is better than Windows OS, at least as a designer. If you think that it's not the case, please comment down below, let me know why. For now, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe, because I will do a lot more videos about Windows, Mac, operating systems, productive apps, and so on. So, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.